Alright, what's up everyone? It's me, BaRKy, and Alpha 17 has finally been released. It is very, very cool. A lot later than most people were expecting. I was expecting it about 2 weeks ago, actually. Which is pretty crazy. But yes, so I've been away for the past 2 days. I went to London, but now I'm back. So sorry for this late video. As I was leaving my house, Alpha 17 came out. So I've got the browser open with the blog post, so I'm just gonna do a general patch notes read over. I have been playing on the unstable, so a few of these things may not surprise me, but I just want to go over every single patch note. A viewer, please. I think that would be pretty cool. Everything will be in depth, and I will go through it later in a later time. So please don't worry about that for now. Such as Ambrosia, I've got a video coming on that. I've got a whole lot of videos already written. I was just waiting for Alpha 17 to hit. So if you're the kind of person who's not into patch notes at all, don't worry about it. More in-depth videos will be coming out soon. So you can just leave this video. Like, absolutely leave this video. Alright, Alpha 17 on the road has been released. Okay. 6, some stuff about... Wait, this build is not compatible with saved games from previous versions. Okay, so it follows the normal tradition, which is fine. Balance problems meant that some exploity strategies did work. Problems are not fixed, you may find the game a little bit more difficult. That's weird, because I actually found Alpha 17 to be a lot more difficult. Like, everything is harder, especially infections. God damn. Okay, so worlds now generate roads and rivers. There are 5 road types: path, dirt road, stone road, ancient asphalt road, ancient asphalt highway. Alright, cool. Concrete barriers, right? I've actually seen a few of these things. It's pretty interesting. Rivers generate more in rainy areas, move towards the sea. Okay, sweet. Tend to arrive and leave on the road. So if you have a, does that mean that if you have a colony near a road, you'll get people more often? Or does that just mean you know the direction they'll come in? Doesn't actually tell you, but that's okay. This is a big one. World generation is more chronological now. So things actually make sense now. Instead of colonies being holed up in the middle of a mountain somewhere for some reason. That's very, very cool. Very interesting. So parts mixing matching. Okay, so this is I think this is a big deal. So new site parts world site generation system. I think this is a big deal, not in the game, or maybe I haven't actually tried it out yet, but I think this will be a big deal because modders can actually use that, which is very, very nice. Yeah, item stash tells you about stash. Okay, we've seen that. So what this means is that it'll come up with an event. Like, you get the little message on the side here, and it'll say, like, this person needs you to come and get this, and you can collect a reward, or if you defeat these guys, that sort of thing. As you defeat a bandit camp. Okay, bandit camp, that's pretty cool. That's kind of like sieging enemy base. Okay, so all these are actually pretty similar. Just go here, kill these people, collect stuff, which is fine. As you can see, Tynan is trying to get you to explore more. He doesn't want you to stay in your base. You know, I think that's very interesting, and I've had a lot of requests to do like a nomad playthrough, which I've tried to do on the medieval one a few times now. Unfortunately, nomad is actually very difficult, not because it's hard, but because it's incredibly frustrating. And if you're the kind of person that enjoys frustrating, I mean, that's kind of an oxymoron, but if you enjoy frustrating things, then like, fucking good for you. But I can't stand having to move constantly in Rimworld. I don't know about anyone else, really. Yeah. Added smoke pop belt, awesome. I've messed around with this a lot. Accuracy reducing smoke. Smoke also, okay, so it stops turrets completely. I will be testing this out. I want to know exactly how effective it is. I do know how effective it is from playing with the unstable, but everything's been changed quite a bit since then. Bowler hat, okay, cool. I can make my army of neckbeards. No, wait, sorry, this is not a fedora. God damn, dude. I just want my army of neckbeards. Corpse now leak black corpse bile while rotting. Vents can now be opened and closed with a flick action. Amazing, dude. Rip to the guy who made that programmable vents mod. Add option to render hats only in the main game. Okay, cool. So it's not like over here where you get your pawns. You can't see that anymore. That's very nice. Bills can now be temporarily paused when satisfied. Biggest change in the update. Literally, biggest change in the update is that one. Absolutely. Crafting hysteresis has been added to the main game. Also see Zorba. I don't know if this has been always, but I also saw Zorba is now working under Tynan. So good for you, Zorba. That's fucking awesome, man. All pawns now have head. Oh, wait, sorry. You can now create your own packaged survival meals. Okay, awesome. All pawns now have a headbutt attack if they're missing all other attacking body parts. I can't wait to test that. They have a headbutt attack. Shit, dude. So all the prisoners that we now have in the stream, when I remove all their arms and stuff, they can still fight. That's kind of crazy. I hope it doesn't do too much damage. This is interesting though. You can now create your own packaged survival meals. That's a big deal for traveling, because food is obviously quite a big issue. Well, not quite a big issue. It is the biggest. It is the biggest caveat about traveling far distances that you need to stop. Caravan packing spot, amazing. When trees burn, they leave behind. Okay, I'll see how well this goes. Structures and plants burn, they leave behind ash. That's good. Carpets and wood. That's crazy. Wooden floors can now burn. That is very crazy. New training lessons for explaining. How door opening speed is affected by material type. Tynan, you could have just asked, man. You could have just asked. Added ambrosia sprout incident to sprouts of grove with the pleasurable nutrition and addictive ambrosia fruit trees nearby. Awesome. That's very, very cool. New wimp trade. Oh my god. This wimp trade is the most annoying thing ever. So what this means is that if your colonist is in any pain whatsoever, they get incapacitated straight away. It is ridiculous. It is so annoying. New chain shotgun. New chain gun weapon. New chain shotgun weapon. Alright, sick. Modders can now add def modifiers. Okay, that's very cool. What this means is that instead of changing a def completely, it just modifies it so that you can have the Star Wars lightsaber mod and you can have the Star Wars lightsaber mod 0.2, and it just changes one or two things. It's pretty nice. Instead of changing a def, it can modify it, which is very, very cool. Okay, the information over there. Okay, sweet. That's cool. GUI tables are now defined by dots, making it easier to add, rearrange. That's very, very nice. Okay. Now, this is what I've been tweeted at a lot. You can go follow me on Twitter if you want, but this is the... Whoops, my bad. This is one of the biggest things. The skill relevance changes. I've heard so much about this. Mining skill reworks, steeper speed penalty for low skill. Mining yield is now slightly... Okay, don't know how much I like that, but we'll have to see. Trade price spread made much wider, but social skill says, okay, awesome. So now social skill actually matters a bit more. Animal gather speed, which makes some pawns faster at gathering wool or milk. Alright, that's pretty interesting. I'm assuming that's just affected by manipulation and global work speed. Animal product yield, which makes some pawns more like. Okay, now what is this? This must be affected by animals then. But, I guess I will have to see. We'll have to see. I need to take a look at the patch in depth. So, I'll come back to all of this eventually. Removed process curve from melee hit. Use a simple level by level tuning. It'll be much harder for things to hit now at low melee skills. Okay. Okay. Melee dodge stat. Yes, I've heard so much about this. The dodge stat. Better melee skill pawns have more advantage. My cousin, Bond, is going to enjoy this because it makes medieval melee people a bit more viable. And with the smoke pop vest that you got earlier over here, smoke pop belt, sorry, it means that melee is actually going to be a lot more viable. Like, a lot more viable. It's kind of weird, actually. Work tab box is easy. Oh, yeah, this is cool. So you can now see if the pawn is good at something a lot faster. Small crunching sound that plays when you assign a pawn to skill they're terrible at. Okay. I guess we'll have to see. AI has more intelligent ranged shot target selection with random elements. Harder to exploit, looks less dumb, doesn't shoot it. Okay, cool. So then just fucking shoot at animals, even if there's colonists now. That's very nice. Raiders with mega weapons and avoid friendly fire. Fuck. That was so cool. I always loved that raiders just fucking killed each other. Sapper groups will not choose another sapper if the first one's killed, making them much more persistent. Yes, that is a big deal. As Tynan said, this update is going to be harder, and that is one of the bigger reasons. Sappers are now an actual threat. Sappers are now an actual threat. And sapper group will now continue digging even when defending from attack. Okay, cool. Animals flee when harmed. Amazing. Should have been in a while ago. New state to caravan law job bloody exit, which makes the exit individually as aggressively as possible. Okay. Rays will no longer compulsively attack doors. Sweet. Base defense AI is touchier. Stealth raids will be more... Oh, that's lame, man. Stealth raids will be much more difficult. That's very lame, dude. Doctors now tend heavy bleeding injuries and diseases near lethal severity. Okay, that's great. That is amazing. That's an amazing change. Absolutely awesome. Alpha 17 is great. Shit, this is a meaty patch, eh? This also is cool because now you have self-tend. So the doctors now tend heavy bleeding injuries. Maybe you're one colonist who needs help, but it isn't urgent, can now self-heal. That's very cool. Self-heal is actually a little tick box that you can tick if you want them to. Okay. Some miscellaneous stuff. So we're past the biggest changes, and that is quite a hectic change, actually. Alright. Plants now have different graphics when they are harvestable. You can see the berries, cotton, corn on the plant ready to be taken sweet. Buy, sell price spread for trading is much wider. Awesome, that's good. As it said earlier, social is now a much bigger deal in this patch, and I'm assuming in the future, which is awesome. Drugs are now slower to produce, slower to grow, and heavier. I don't know how I feel about that because I feel like most newbies don't even touch drugs at all except for smoke leaf every now and then. So now it's just kind of, I mean, I can, you know, they should have made them worth less. Instead of making them slower to grow. I can imagine people are going to mod that out straight away. That's another thing with Rimworld. If you don't like something, you can literally make your own mod. Like making a mod to change this would take me a few minutes at most. Very, very awesome. I love that aspect about it. I don't have to be sad about anything in this patch. Except for AI stuff, I guess. But I'm not actually sad about anything else. Cannibalism is now hot on mood. Damn it, Tynan is learning. He just wants us to stop fucking eating people. Tynan is just like, please stop eating people. Stop eating people. That's interesting. Integrated incidents, ambush manhunters, better with caravans and temporary maps. Incidents cannot target. Ooh. Ooh, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Okay, so now you can now get incidents on temporary maps. Very, very interesting. Plant generation algorithm for map start rework to generate plants and more interesting patterns. Okay, very nice, very nice. It's not just random anymore. This is a big deal for newbies, I think, to join the game and see a patch of fruit and berries and whatever else. Okay, I know berries, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's very interesting. I think that's a big deal. Some floor types and things, new graphics. Okay, I've seen that. Very nice. Crop growing cycle significantly longer. All right, we'll have to see. This is a problem because this combined with the drugs and are slow to produce means that every YouTuber who has made in-depth videos on Rimworld now has to like remake their videos for Alpha 17 and then in the future, because this will all change. Like, this is not something that this changes every single patch. Like, something about this changes. Shifted all medical potency, so the normal medicine has a potency of 1. Okay. If I remember correctly, herbal medicine was 0.4, Glitter World was 1.6, and normal medicine was 0.7. So maybe everything is bumped up by 0.3, so now Glitter World is 1.9. I mean, why would they tell us this one but not? Shifted all medical potencies to the normal medicine. I'm gonna assume they all went up by the same. So we'll have to see how that goes. I don't actually know what the exact amount is. Global sell price factor for apparel, 70%. Shit, that's like 30%. Everything's worth 30% less. And it's not, your wealth will stay the same, but you can sell it for 30% less. Wow. Wow, that's a big change. Yeah. Rebalance drug economy so it's viable to buy neutral-amine, make drugs with it, and sell them. Okay, cool. Way up, Chemfield can no longer be made from hay grass. Alright, well, he's not wrong. He is not wrong. Rework surgery success chance. Thank fuck. That is a big deal. This should not be in miscellaneous. That should not be a miscellaneous. Rebalance room surgery success chance calculations and fixed a bug was 100% outdoors? Really? Root surgery success chance exponents. Okay. Now, feedback room surgery success. Okay, so it actually tells you what will be added to surgery success chance. Obviously, skill in a colonist is the biggest deal. Or one of the biggest deals, if not the biggest. Because this might change in the future. If you're watching this in the future, it might be different. But yeah, very interesting. Colonists wearing human leather clothes now get a negative thought. Unless they have a bloodloss or cannibal trait in which they get... Fuck, Tynan is literally like, please stop... YouTubers, please stop killing and eating people and then making clothes out of them. That's literally what Tynan is trying to tell people. Seriously. Balance bloodloss recovery time to be much slower. 50 fuel seconds, 4 game days. Okay, so your colonists are going to be spending a long time in bed. Just from that. Just from blood loss, because the patient skill or the patient work tab or whatever is not very good. So let's just see how it goes. Modders will probably fix that for us, which is nice. Buffed mortars so players use them. Cheaper, faster build, faster shooting. Thank fuck. That is awesome. That's a big change. Mortars right now are pretty much useless because they're so inaccurate. So to buff accuracy is one thing, but in a way you are buffing accuracy if you increase shooting speed, you know. Armor now takes a constant fraction of incoming damage instead of absorbing all prevented damage. Awesome. Awesome, so this means that you won't lose your power armor within like one fight. That's great. Sun lamps now turn themselves off when plants are resting. That's amazing. Sun lamps, that's awesome, dude. Holy shit, that's great. Very, very cool. Equipment rack is now a general shelf which can hold pretty much anything. Okay, it's still pretty much useless though. Small items like gold and silver now 10 times smaller. Oh, awesome, awesome. So now uranium is a lot more viable to make a door out of. Jade is not small anymore. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I wonder if you still get the I wonder if it's still as beautiful as it once was. I don't know. Other bases regenerate this trade stock less often. Okay. Change flammability for fur and leather up to 100% and for meat to 50%. Okay, that's good. Manhunter pack incident can now use any... Oh, really? Manhunter pack incident can now use any kind of animal. Incoming Thrumbo Manhunter pack. Shit. Alright. Alright. Or Manhunter pack of squirrels. That would be pretty interesting, actually. Rebalance all trader stock generation. Okay. I wonder if it's been rebalanced to be more or less. Stuff trades will generate with fewer extreme quality items. Thank fuck. Because that always screwed things up if you had like Vanicidium in the game or some modded thing and the traders spawned with like this artwork worth 300 million or something. It would just kind of screw things up a bit. Because you would have worse other stuff. Pawns missing heads will now have visually missing heads. Okay, I've seen that before actually, it's pretty cool. No longer possible to create a settlement directly adjacent to an existing settlement. Alright, fair enough. I think from now on what you'll see everyone doing is making... Until a create your own road mod gets made, everyone will be creating colonies next to roads. I cannot imagine why you wouldn't do that, even if you don't travel. Cameron's not enter the tiles when touching the tile boundary instead of... Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. So then that's a good change. Nice quality of life stuff. Redesigned how capacities are calculated from body part efficiencies with an entirely new collection of algorithms to stop various nonsensical cases and simplify how health conditions... Okay. You see, stuff like this. This can be a pretty big deal, but I wish the patch notes would go into a bit of detail here. I would appreciate like a little button that brings it down and explains everything, you know? I will go test it out myself now. Once I get some sleep. But it's pretty particular. Gear tab now displays item stack masses. Okay, cool. Caravans now generate a lot tougher. Okay. All caravans now buy art. Art is lighter, easier to sell, and has a sell price bonus. Now it's better trade good. Alright. Sell price bonus. I hope that is not a wealth bonus, because that would unintentionally or maybe intentionally make the game a lot harder. So Catharsis thought is more powerful but short in duration. Huh. I wonder if that's a buff or a nerf. Catharsis thought is more powerful. I would assume that's a buff, because I've seen people break down like twice in a row pretty quickly. But at the same time, I'd rather have it for, I'd probably rather have it for a longer time. Okay, whatever, we'll have to see. Redesign stats so that in almost all cases higher numbers are better. Okay, great. That's good. That's just a quality of life thing. Balance the beauty system to be much more dependent on art. Random furniture has less or no beauty effect. Okay, rip beautiful materials, and like the DDA walls mod, which in the beginning used to have like this hectic beauty for walls. It was crazy. Ship pod crash into now scatters the rubble and crashes and chunks around the crash site. Okay. Hill root grows wild now. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Added a caravan route plan and it allows placing several waypoints and measures. Great. I've actually messed around with that quite a bit. So now you can say like, put one point down here, one there, and one there, and it'll bounce between them. Okay, there's now a progress dialogue while the planet mesh is generating so people don't think the game crashed. Awesome. That's a nice quality of life thing. Date system reworked. Seasons are now arbitrary quadrums which cover, yeah, I don't know how much I like this. So what this means is, instead of having seasons now, you have these quadrums, which is like February, kind of, it's like something like that. So we'll have to see. Fixed various memory leaks. Okay. Many exploits mitigated or prevented by various design tweaks. Cool. Many other bug fixes, tunings, and redesigns. Okay. So that's the whole patch. There's a video of it that Tynan himself made. I think he always makes one, which is nice. I can't say, I don't think I've ever watched them though. I'm usually the kind of guy to read the patch notes myself, but that's very, very cool. I like this. I like this a lot. I think roads are a big deal. My biggest things that I enjoy though are that you can now make your own packaged survival meals, which is nice. I mean, I know that's such a simple moddable thing, but the fact that the world is now becoming easily traversable, that's nice. I like that. These are very cool things. Some very cool things added in this patch. This is the biggest deal though in terms of non-moddable things. Yeah, these two groups here. And the self-heal. Self-heal is a massive thing. Like, self-heal is huge. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I know this is a long video. Not many people want to watch this sort of thing, which is totally fine. I will be putting out an in-depth patch notes video sometime in the next 2 weeks. And then I will be putting out in-depth videos on all of this stuff very soon. Anyways, hope you guys have an amazing day. See ya. Hey you, thanks so much for making it to the end of my video. I really appreciate it. Editing videos is both my hobby and my passion, and with that in mind, I've decided to open up a Patreon if you'd like to support me besides in the amazing ways that my subscribers already usually do. I've got loads of perks and benefits, including having your own personally custom made colonist, being one of my default colonists in the mod showcases, special roles on Discord, joining me while I stream, monthly Q&As and podcasts. I've got it all. Come take a look. All support is always appreciated, monetarily or not. If you're a subscriber, then be sure to hit the little bell over here to always be up to date with videos I push out, and head over to the Discord if you ever want to have a deep and meaningful chat with me. And last but not least, I hope you're having an amazing day.